So guys, to cut shoulder princess, that we need to cut out from our main fabric, which I have done. I cut out using our boards divided by 4 plus the dart allowance and the sewing allowance that is needed on your screen. Then as usual, back is longer at the shoulder line with 1.5 inches. So I'm going to mark my vertical measurement now, which is the bust depth, which is 10 3/4. So I mark the 10 3/4. Then the under bust is 14 inches, so I mark the 14 inches. Then this is our waistline plus the half-inch sewing allowance. So I'm going to square it out now. Okay, so the next thing is to mark my shoulder. Shoulder is 15 divided into 2, 7.5 plus half-inch sewing allowance, making it 8 inches. So from this, for the front, the shoulder slope is 1.5 inches. So I mark the shoulder slope. Then from there, I mark the armhole depth, which is 7.5. The formula is on your screen. So I'll connect. Okay. So now the next thing I need to mark is the standard. I'm going to use the standard neckline measurement, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. Guys, so I connect my shoulder slope. Okay, now I bring this measurement down to this point, which is 8 inches. So I connect. Okay, so the next thing now we're going to mark is our bust span. Bust span is 7 inches divided into 2, which is 3.5 plus half-inch allowance, which makes it 4 inches. So now at the under bust and the waistline, I'm going to reduce it by 3/4 inch. So I'm going to mark 3.25 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to connect. So okay, now for the shoulder princess, that between the shoulder line, I'm going to divide it into 2. So the 5 inches divide into 2, and I connect to my bust span. Okay, so from this point now, I'm going to move away by 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect. Then from my under bust and my waistline, I'm going to remove 2 inches dart allowance. So okay, then I'll connect, moving away 3/4 inches. As you can see, so I'm smoothing it. So the next thing is for the back. I'm going to move up by 1.5 inches. If you have watched my basic bodice before, you know what I mean. So from this point, I'm going to move to the shoulder line. Okay, it's always 1.5 inches longer than the front. So now that I've marked this 1.5 inches that I removed from here, I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to replace 1.5 at that point. Then I'm going to add half-inch sewing allowance. So I'll connect. Then I will mark my bust divide by 4 plus allowance, then the waist and the under bust. So my bust divide by 4, which is 37 divided by 4, is 9/4 plus 2.5 inches. This half-inch plus 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'm going to repeat this here. So I'm bringing this measurement down to this point. Then my under bust is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. These 2 inches, I'm going to repeat it here. I'm going to replace it plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Okay, so I connect. Then for the waistline is 32, so it's divided by 4 is 8 plus replace the 2 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'll connect. Okay, then I'm going to connect this armhole. So place my master ruler and I connect. Okay guys, so I've finished drafting the front bodies. Then I'll cut the front so that I can have room to cut for the back. So guys, we finished cutting the front, then I'm going to cut for the back. So now for the back, from this point I move 3.5, 3.5. Then the same thing, I divide the shoulder into 2. Then I move away by 1/2 inch. What I'm going to do is to recopy the measurements. Okay. So I'm going to repeat the 8 inches. I'm going to bring it down to the armhole depth. So I'll connect. Okay. So I mark the 4 inches at the bust span. Okay. So I connect. Then I remove 1/2 inch, just 1/2 inch away from the waistline. So then I connect to the shoulder line for the shoulder princess cut, and I remove the 1/2 inch, connect it just 5 inches from the shoulder line. So now I'm going to mark my bust, the under bust and the waistline, which is 9/4. So I'm going to connect. Then this I'm going to place here, the 1/2 inch at the shoulder line, 1/2 inch, the 1/2 inch sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm going to use my master ruler to cut. Okay guys, so for the neckline I'm just going to use my free hand to connect. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out now. So guys, the next thing to do is replace the front and the back. Just like I said, the front and the side never equal. Okay, so this is it. Then I'm going to, from the side, I'm going to remove 1.5 inches. Then I'll cover it to the front. Okay. It's ready. This is for the front and that is the back. So that is it. Then this is for the front. So guys, thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, share, give us a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye for now.